Looking live out at SeaTac Airport, some scary moments for people on an Alaska Airlines flight from Seattle this morning.
The scene was terrifying when suddenly, with a loud bang, the engine cowling, the protective cover that surrounds the engine, ripped apart and flew off. The sight of the engine exposed and its moving parts was terrifying. Many passengers captured the moment on their phones, creating footage that was later widely shared on social media and news outlets. The video showed metal parts of the engine flying open into the sky, a sight that no one on board the plane will ever forget. The noise inside the cabin was deafening, and the vibrations were very intense. Actually, this is about that morning, about which people had no idea. Early in the morning, Alaska's main airport became the center of a surprising incident that caught everyone's attention. Passengers and employees were stunned by an unexpected incident that looked exactly like a movie. Officials are now investigating diligently to find out the truth. After knowing about this incident, your view about air travel and safety will change forever. So, what really happened that day at Alaska's airport? We will go deep into the incident, so stay tuned till the end of this video. Before that, subscribe to the channel. It was an ordinary morning at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport as Alaska Airlines Flight 558 got ready to depart for San Diego. The Boeing 737-900ER was packed with passengers, each with their own reasons for traveling. Some were headed on vacation, others on business trips, and some were just going home. Captain John Miller and his flight crew were prepared for what was expected to be a routine journey down the west coast. As the plane took off from Seattle, everything felt normal. The weather was clear and the takeoff was smooth. Passengers settled into their seats, watching movies, reading books, or napping. But about 20 minutes into the flight, things began to change. An unusual vibration started coming from the right side of the plane. At first, it was subtle, just a slight shudder that seemed out of place. Passengers began looking around, trying to see if others felt it too. The vibration quickly grew stronger and was soon accompanied by strange noises. It was clear something was wrong. In the cockpit, Captain Miller and his co-pilot immediately noticed the issue. Their instruments showed a problem with the right engine. The vibration they felt wasn't just turbulence, it was a sign of a serious problem. The pilots quickly began troubleshooting, running through checklists and communicating with the flight attendants to assess the situation. After a few tense minutes, it was clear that the issue wasn't going away. The strange vibration persisted, and the engine noises grew louder. The flight crew made the tough but necessary decision to turn the plane around and return to Seattle. Safety was their top priority, and they wanted to ensure everyone on board was safe. Captain Miller spoke calmly to the passengers over the intercom. He explained that one of the engines had a technical issue and that they would be heading back to Seattle as a precaution. He reassured everyone that there was no immediate danger, but emphasized the importance of taking every safety measure. Some passengers looked worried, but many appreciated the captain's honesty and the clear instructions from the flight attendants. As the plane turned back towards Seattle, the situation took a dramatic turn. Passengers on the right side of the aircraft could see the engine clearly through their windows. Suddenly, with a loud bang, the engine's protective cover tore off and flew away. The sight of the exposed engine, with its parts visibly shaking, was terrifying. Several passengers recorded the moment on their phones, creating footage that would later be widely shared on social media and news outlets. The videos showed the engine's metal components exposed to the sky, an unforgettable sight for everyone on board. The noise inside the cabin was deafening, and the intense vibration made the situation even more alarming. During the mid-air crisis on Alaska Airlines Flight 558, the professionalism of the pilots and flight attendants was crucial in keeping everyone safe. Captain John Miller and his co-pilot showed exceptional skill and calmness under pressure. As soon as they noticed the unusual vibration and noise from the engine, they followed strict protocols to assess the situation. The pilots promptly communicated with air traffic control and the airline's operations center, giving detailed updates on the aircraft's condition. This constant communication ensured that everyone involved understood the severity of the situation and could prepare for the emergency landing. Captain Miller's decision to return to Seattle prioritized the passengers' safety, highlighting his commitment to maintaining control and minimizing risk. Inside the cabin, the flight attendants stayed composed and focused. They quickly moved through the aisles, checking on passengers and providing clear instructions on what to expect. Their training in crisis management was evident as they reassured travelers, demonstrated the brace position, and ensured everyone was prepared for the emergency landing. The flight attendants' ability to maintain order and calm in such a stressful situation was crucial in preventing panic and ensuring a smooth evacuation once the plane landed. Alaska Airlines has a comprehensive set of safety protocols designed to handle a wide range of emergency scenarios. These protocols are regularly reviewed and updated to meet the latest industry standards and best practices. On Flight 558, these measures were put to the test and proved effective. The airline's extensive training programs for pilots and flight attendants cover everything from technical troubleshooting to managing passengers during emergencies. This training includes regular simulations of various crisis situations, ensuring the crew is well prepared for real-life incidents. During the Flight 558 emergency, these protocols guided the crew's actions from identifying the problem to safely landing the aircraft. In addition to crew training, Alaska Airlines follows strict maintenance schedules for its fleet. Each aircraft is regularly inspected and serviced to ensure all components are in good working order. Despite these precautions, unexpected issues can still occur, as happened in this incident. However, the airline's commitment to safety meant that the response was both swift and well coordinated. The aircraft involved, a Boeing 737-900ER, was equipped with advanced safety features designed to help manage in-flight emergencies. The pilots used these systems to monitor the engine's performance and navigate the return to Seattle safely. The successful combination of human expertise and technological support highlighted the airline's dedication to maintaining high safety standards. The passengers' response during the crisis was impressive. Despite the fear and uncertainty from the engine malfunction and the detachment of the cowling, most passengers stayed calm and followed the crew's instructions. This collective composure was crucial for ensuring a safe and orderly emergency landing. As the flight attendants moved through the cabin, demonstrating the brace position and preparing everyone for the emergency landing, the passengers listened carefully and acted accordingly. Many later expressed their gratitude for the clear and reassuring communication from both the pilots and flight attendants, which helped ease their anxiety. The sight of the exposed engine and the noise from the damaged components was certainly alarming. However, the passengers' trust in the crew's ability to manage the situation helped them stay focused on the instructions given. This cooperative attitude was crucial in preventing chaos and ensuring everyone was prepared for the emergency landing. Once the plane safely touched down and came to a stop, the passengers' calm demeanor continued to make a difference. They followed the evacuation procedures efficiently, allowing everyone to disembark quickly and smoothly. Emergency responders on the ground were able to assist passengers and crew promptly, thanks to the well-organized evacuation. After the successful emergency landing, Alaska Airlines immediately focused on taking care of the passengers. At Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, the ground staff were ready to help with anything the passengers needed, including rebooking their flights. The passengers were guided to the terminal, where they were given refreshments, offered medical checkups if necessary, and assisted with new flight arrangements. Alaska Airlines worked hard to rebook everyone on flights to San Diego. Those who wanted to leave right away were placed on the next available flights, while others who needed a bit more time to recover were given hotel accommodations and meal vouchers. The airline's customer service team made sure to address all concerns with empathy and understanding, providing support during what had been a difficult experience. The airline also took steps to keep passengers' families in the loop. Representatives reached out to reassure loved ones that everyone was safe and provided updates on the new travel plans. This was essential for easing the concerns of those waiting anxiously for news. Beyond handling logistics, Alaska Airlines offered counseling services to passengers needing emotional support after the distressing experience. Understanding the psychological impact, the airline arranged for professional counselors to help passengers work through their feelings and start the healing process. After the incident, the Boeing 737-900ER was immediately removed from service. Alaska Airlines' safety team, working with Boeing representatives and the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, launched a comprehensive investigation to find out what went wrong. Their main focus was to determine why the engine cowling detached mid-flight, a rare and serious event that created major risks for the aircraft and its passengers. The initial inspection started as soon as the plane was safely parked at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. Engineers and safety experts examined the damaged engine closely, especially the area where the cowling had come off. They looked for signs of material fatigue, manufacturing defects, or maintenance issues that might have led to the failure. To fully understand what happened, investigators examined the aircraft's maintenance records. This review included recent inspections, repairs, and any reports related to the engine or its components. Their aim was to uncover any possible mistakes or oversights in the maintenance that might have caused the cowling to detach. Maintenance records offer a detailed history of the aircraft's condition and the work done on it. By studying these records, investigators hoped to find patterns or recurring problems that could explain the failure. They also interviewed maintenance personnel who had recently worked on the plane to gather more insights into the situation. The investigation team also examined data from the plane's flight instruments and black box. The black box, which includes the flight data recorder and the cockpit voice recorder, holds crucial information about the aircraft's operation during the flight. This data was essential for piecing together what happened leading up to the incident. The flight data recorder offered detailed insights into the engine's performance, vibrations, and the aircraft's overall condition before and during the emergency. The cockpit voice recorder provided a record of communications between the pilots and air traffic control, as well as conversations among the flight crew. This information was key to understanding how the crew responded and the sequence of events that unfolded. A crucial part of the investigation was examining the detached engine cowling. This component is vital for protecting the engine and enhancing the aircraft's aerodynamics. Investigators collected the cowling from where it had landed and checked it for any signs of structural weakness or damage that might have caused it to come off. Materials experts tested the cowling's materials to assess its integrity. They looked for signs of wear, corrosion, or manufacturing defects. By analyzing the condition of the cowling, they aimed to determine if the detachment was due to a design flaw, material fatigue, or some other factor. The investigation involved close cooperation among various agencies and experts. Alaska Airlines' safety team worked with Boeing engineers, FAA officials, and independent aviation safety experts. This teamwork ensured a comprehensive investigation considering all possible factors, Boeing provided technical support, focusing on the 737-900ER's design and construction, while the FAA oversaw the process to ensure adherence to safety regulations and standards. As the investigation moved forward, some initial findings started to come to light. Preliminary results indicated that a mix of factors might have led to the cowling's detachment, including possible issues with the fastening mechanisms, material fatigue, and the stresses of flight. Although a final cause had not yet been determined, these early insights led to immediate safety measures. Alaska Airlines and Boeing issued temporary safety advisories based on these findings. They recommended enhanced inspections of similar aircraft, paying particular attention to the areas identified as potential weaknesses. The aim was to prevent similar incidents while the investigation was still ongoing. The investigation's findings are expected to have lasting effects on the aviation industry. Once the final report is completed, it will include detailed recommendations to help avoid similar issues in the future. These recommendations are expected to impact maintenance procedures, inspection protocols, and possibly even design improvements for aircraft components. Alaska Airlines is dedicated to adopting any changes suggested by the investigation. This proactive stance ensures that the lessons learned from the incident are used to improve safety and reliability throughout their fleet. The airline remains focused on upholding the highest safety standards and continually enhancing their operations. While the incident with Alaska Airlines Flight 558 was concerning, it isn't the first time an aircraft has faced issues with engine covers or fuselage damage. Though rare, such incidents have happened before and have had significant effects on the aviation industry. A notable example occurred in 2018, when a Southwest Airlines flight suffered a catastrophic engine failure. A piece of the engine cowling detached, causing damage to the fuselage and tragically resulting in the loss of a passenger. This incident led to swift actions by regulatory bodies and airlines to inspect and ensure the safety of similar engines. Another example occurred in 2019 when a Norwegian air shuttle flight faced a similar problem shortly after takeoff. The plane's engine cowling detached and fell to the ground. Although the aircraft returned to the airport safely, the incident raised concerns about the structural integrity of engine components and maintenance practices. In 2021, a United Airlines flight experienced engine failure soon after taking off from Denver. The engine cowling came off and debris fell into residential areas. Thankfully, no one on the ground was injured and the plane landed safely. This event led to heightened scrutiny and more rigorous inspections of similar engines to prevent future incidents. Following the incident with Alaska Airlines Flight 558, the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, took immediate steps to ensure public safety. The FAA issued a directive to temporarily ground all Boeing 737 MAX 9 aircraft for thorough inspections. This decision, though serious, was necessary to address any potential risks linked to engine cowling issues. The grounding required detailed inspections of the engine cowling attachments and related components on each aircraft. Airlines had to complete these inspections before the planes could return to service. The inspections focused on detecting signs of wear, material fatigue, or any other issues that could lead to the cowling detaching. The FAA's directive also called for a review of maintenance records and procedures to make sure all necessary checks and repairs were being carried out to the highest standards. This thorough approach aimed to address any underlying problems and reinforce the safety and reliability of the affected aircraft. The grounding of the Boeing 737 MAX 9 had a significant impact on airline operations, temporarily reducing the fleet available for service. Despite the operational challenges, the priority remained ensuring passenger and crew safety, and the FAA's decision was widely supported within the industry. The inspections and findings were crucial for preventing future incidents and maintaining public trust in air travel. The incident involving Alaska Airlines Flight 558 also affected the airline's reputation. While the immediate response and management of the situation were well regarded, the public and media began to closely examine the airline. Even isolated incidents can lead people to question an airline's safety standards and reliability. To address potential damage to their reputation, Alaska Airlines took several proactive steps. They highlighted their strong safety record and the rigorous safety measures they have always adhered to. By emphasizing their commitment to high safety standards, the airline aimed to restore passengers' trust and confidence. Additionally, Alaska Airlines collaborated closely with regulatory bodies and industry experts to ensure a thorough investigation. They fully cooperated with the Federal Aviation Administration (FAA) and other authorities, demonstrating their commitment to transparency and accountability. This proactive approach helped reinforce the airline's reputation as a responsible and safety-focused operator. Additionally, Alaska Airlines implemented a robust communication strategy, using social media, press releases, and direct updates to keep passengers informed and address any concerns. This transparent approach helped build a sense of community and demonstrated the airline's commitment to maintaining customer trust. The incident with Flight 558 also had broader implications for the aviation industry. It sparked renewed attention on the safety of engine components and underscored the need for stringent maintenance practices. Both airlines and regulatory bodies recognized the importance of ongoing vigilance to prevent similar events. The FAA's decision to ground Boeing 737 MAX 9 aircraft for inspections highlighted the value of proactive safety measures. This move set a precedent for how regulatory bodies can swiftly and effectively address potential safety risks. It also emphasized the importance of collaboration between airlines, manufacturers, and regulators in upholding the highest safety standards. In the long run, the findings from the investigation into Flight 558 will expand the industry's knowledge and understanding. The lessons learned will lead to improvements in safety protocols, maintenance practices, and future aircraft designs, making commercial aviation even safer and more reliable. Overall, the actions taken by Alaska Airlines and the industry's response reflect a strong commitment to continually enhancing passenger safety and aviation standards. What are your thoughts on this significant incident? Share your views in the comments below.